50% or more on car insurance.
Prepare yourself for the power of Houston, September 11th.
If you own a TV, and since you're watching this, I assume you do, you know that President Clinton spent the day testifying before the grand jury. You've also heard the president's post-testimony address. But this is the statement I think he should have made. My fellow Americans, I have just spent 6 hours doing a very difficult, almost impossible thing, explaining sex to Ken Starr. I have answered all of his questions. Now I have one of my own. Did this really happen? Did I really work my ass off my whole life to become leader of the free world, only be lashed to the stake of adultery by a grand inquisitor who nobody ever voted for? I balance the budget. I preside over an unimpeachable era of peace and prosperity, but then you want to take me down for fibbing about diddling an intern in a thrown-out civil case by a woman whose gripe was she saw my weenie in the disco era? Are you people kidding me? And now you want an apology? I don't think so. But I'll tell you what I am sorry about. I'm sorry that for the service I do around here 24/7, the tail I did manage to get wasn't better. I ain't Marv Albert over here, all right? And while we're at it, let's cut out this crap about this not being about sex. If I hear that one more time, there's going to be a stain on somebody's clothes, and it's going to be blood. Look, I'm sorry Ken Starr can't get laid. I'm sorry wives don't like giving oral sex. I'm sorry I'm a flesh and blood human being in need of some affection and release in what some might consider a high-stress job. And by the way, next time one of our embassies explodes or the Asian markets need a little hand-holding, remember who thought it was more important that I spend my time telling a jury about my penis. Oh, I forgot. It's not about sex. You're right. It's about lying. Well, grow up. People lie about sex. And nobody else in the world lapses into a police state over it. Of course, if you empower a special persecutor to stray into sexual behavior, you will create perjury crimes. But come on, what guy hasn't lied about doing a fat chick? If that makes... I'm mad. Don't get me unmad. If that makes me a criminal, take me away right now. But I also go as a victim of treason. Because what else is it when an unconstitutional fourth branch of government conspires by endless legal harassment to overthrow a president twice elected by the people, the real and only real source of political legitimacy? And so, as I go off to prison, I thank the people for the 70% approval rating, and to those many others who feel their curiosity about my personal life has blossomed into a right, who feel that the fate of the Republic is so dependent on me fessing up, let me, as a final gesture of grace, give you what you want. You want the truth? You want to know what I really think? Well, here it is. She
Tonight on Politically Incorrect with Bill Maher, Roger and Me's Michael Moore, actress Frances Fisher, novelist Jackie Collins, and conservative activist Cyndi Mosteller. The star of Politically Incorrect, Bill Maher.
Oh, thank you very much. Let's meet our panelist. She is a former Phil Graham campaign consultant. No, she must have loved that. And the founder of America Deserves an Honorable President. Perfect timing. Cyndi Mosteller. Cyndi. Thank you. Her bestsellers include Thrill, The Stud, and The Bitch. Her latest is Power. Jackie Collins. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah?
An actress whose films include Unforgiven and Titanic. Her next is Clint Eastwood's True Crime. Frances Fisher.
Yay,
He is the director of Roger and Me and the big one, Michael Moore, right over here. Mike, how are you? Okay. Well, they may have to cut some of that.
I hope not. What part?
Well, I don't.
Little
I mean,
part?
I wanted to get mad for a man who couldn't get quite mad for himself, and I think he had a lot to be mad about. I think he was persecuted for 7 months, and they made him do, yes, he's a cheater, but is there anyone else in the world who would be made to stand before the world and say what he had to say tonight?
Listen, he persecuted us. I mean, he blames Ken Starr for 4 years and $40 million. He just put America through 7 months of this on January 26th.
He put America through it.
He could have told us the truth on January 26th,
Why
and he
should
chose
he
not
have to?
It's none of our business.
Because he did this in our Oval Office. He did it in our Oval Office. And you know, Governor Morris wrote George Washington on the eve of his inaugural, and he said, George, personal authority depends on personal character. And I think that was true in 1789, and I think it's true today.
Well, George Washington had mistresses too, but nobody's talking about that. We can persecute every president on back to George Washington.
Well, I haven't heard of George Washington's mistresses, but I have heard of Bill Clinton's mistresses, and it's a pretty long book. And he could have, and to put his finger in the face of the American people and to say, let me tell you this, I never had, what he should have done, he needed a digital adjustment where you go like this. Let me tell you this.
Well,
yeah, I like that.
Let me tell you this.
Yes, okay.
You and the other Republicans and right-wingers in this country haven't been satisfied with the fact that the American people, not once but twice, said they wanted him to be president of the United States. And over the last 6 years, you have tried to stage a de facto coup d'etat to remove somebody that the people wanted in that office. And they put him in the office knowing exactly who he was and what he's done.
Really, you know, people, now, first of all, you don't know if I've done that. But I would say that, unfortunately, Hillary's vast right-wing conspiracy that you're referring to has turned out to be nothing but a crass West Wing conspiracy.
Yes, that's a lie.
Yeah, that's right. And let me tell you something. If you give me $40 million and unlimited subpoena power and a staff of prosecutors, I'll find out something embarrassing on you and everyone else in this audience. All right? $40 million, I can do it.
Bill, I want to ask you something.
Yes.
If this had been a woman, a female president, okay, a 50-year-old female president, and she had had an affair with a 22-year-old male intern, she would have been hung by her thumbs in Times
I fell
Square.
there for that.
And you know that's true. She would have been out of there so fast, nobody would have accepted it. But because it's a guy, and guys are busy sitting around saying,
I don't
hey,
think so. I think we'd like to see that.
Put the double standard back 25 years. You know that?
I think, in fact, 50-year-old women have had it pretty rough where they don't get
so to speak.
television and...
Let's wait till we elect a female president before worrying about her screwing around.
Busy,
but,
not
I mean,
doing
Anybody would cheer a 50-year-old woman having sex with a 20-year-old.
Exactly.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, you know, talk about a double standard. That's the point of that. There's a movie that just came out, How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
Right.
Okay, well, that's what that's about.
Maybe she should run for president.
If a middle-aged guy went off and, young girl, oh, that's no good, old guy, young girl. But when Angela Bassett does, they all cheer. So there's your double standard.
How would Bill Clinton feel if it was a professor at Chelsea's college and Chelsea was the girl?
Listen,
I mean, would we be happy if
Chelsea's an adult, 21 years old, it's her choice.
30 years older than this girl.
Jackie's making a great point. Did you know that
she made a great point.
No, I think Jackie made a great point.
No, because you're a single guy and you approve of it. And I think the guy, this has put the double standard back 25 years. And I will tell you this.
Get married, Bill.
Yeah, right,
Get
exactly.
married.
And then
He can do what he wants. The DC Code of Laws on the books, it's a felony if a professor has sex consensually with a student between the ages of 16 and 21. And to talk about a double standard, what about what the White House is saying is that, I'm embarrassed to even say this, thinking my children might watch, but that if you receive oral sex, that's not sexual relations if you're the man, but if you're the woman giving it, groveling down there giving it, my gosh, you're guilty of a sexual relation.
You know, I have to take a commercial, but not everybody who gives it is groveling. We'll take a commercial. We'll be right back.
Politically Incorrect with Bill Maher, brought to you by Lexus.
The golden city of El Dorado vanished. Gold doubloons lost at sea. The goose that laid the golden egg, dinner. Now there's the Lexus golden opportunity. Don't let this one slip away. You'll find the Lexus of your dreams, whether you buy or lease at values more incredible than you'd ever expect. But hurry, the Lexus golden opportunity ends August 31st at your Lexus dealer.
What is Nicorette? Nicotine replacement gum. It helps you stop smoking cigarettes, but you don't chew it like regular gum. You bite Nicorette until it tingles. Then you hold it between your cheek and your gum. And you get a lower level of nicotine to help you fight your cravings. And as your cravings get fewer and fewer, you use less and less and less Nicorette until you use none. And none is a wonderful number.
Nicorette gum helps you fight your cravings, your habit, your way. You can do it. Nicorette can help.
You're getting sleepy. Very sleepy. No, wait. You're getting hungry. Very hungry.
Feed your late-night craving with Gorditas. Warm, hearty flatbread, a blend of 3 cheeses, and your choice of mouth-watering salsas. Just 99 cents each.
I'm late. Where are my keys? Where are my keys?
Got a minute.
We've got to go.
Well, Toyota's National Clearance Event is here, and you'll want to take time to get clearance savings on a new Camry. Take advantage of one of Toyota's low-clearance APR rates, like 0% financing for 24 months. Or get $750 customer cash back. $750. So take time off and get to Toyota's National Clearance Event now.
The golden city of El Dorado vanished. Gold doubloons lost at sea. The goose that laid the golden egg, dinner. Now there's the Lexus golden opportunity. Don't let this one slip away. You'll find the Lexus of your dreams, whether you buy or lease at values more incredible than you'd ever expect. But hurry, the Lexus golden opportunity ends August 31st at your Lexus dealer.
If you're planning to be in the Los Angeles area and would like free tickets to Politically Incorrect, call 213-852-2655.
All right, there's so many fascinating aspects of this case. Well, let's get to the ones you brought up about Chelsea Clinton. What if she was doing it with a professor? I find it interesting that people of that age, they want all the rights, you know. They want to do everything and not be said, hey, you're just a kid. But then something like this comes along and suddenly we have to protect them as children. Don't you think that's a double standard?
I don't think anybody's protecting anybody. He's certainly not protecting Monica.
You just said a college professor. What if she was having an affair with a college professor?
Yeah, but in Clinton's speech tonight, he never said he was protecting Monica. He was protecting his wife and his daughter, but he never mentioned Monica, which I think is a little insulting. Mind you, he was always insulting to her because she never got anything back.
And the idea that Hillary Clinton is one of the most...
She never got anything back. She had time with the President of the United States. You don't consider that get anything back. She spent time that other people spend $500,000 for 2 minutes for, and that's nothing.
Didn't even pick up her dry cleaning bill.
She's the luckiest woman in the world.
Oh, my God. Well, there's a lot of them, then.
And where do you think her life's going to go from here? She's been abused by this president.
Abused?
Oh, no,
yes,
she hasn't.
She has.
Not at all.
Help me, please.
She went in there knowing full well. I mean, you can see it on her face. I mean, to me, I think it's his problem. Anyway, I forgot my point.
So, Bill, I think that was the point.
It's the best unintentional double entendre I've ever heard.
If you were a married man, and you had a 22-year-old daughter, then, and the president, you know, the 50-year-old president wanted to just have her come in occasionally, you'd be happy about that.
She took the dress home to her mother and like, look, Ma, look what I got on this date. I mean, that's sick.
Yeah,
I mean, I think he has poor judgment, if anything.
Well, wait, on the one hand, you're saying it's a wonderful thing she's had this opportunity to be with the president. Then you're saying it's sick that she would keep this dress in some kind of shrine. Now, both of those things can't be true.
Well, that's because he's single and I'm married.
Oh,
I feel sorry for her. I do feel sorry for her. I mean, she was raised in a home here in Beverly Hills where they're often forced to go to the Gap and buy $20 dresses. She's raised by a mother who writes a book on the sex lives of the three tenors and intimates that she had sex with Pavarotti. You know, and if you grew up in a home like that, you know, you're sitting around going, oh, Mom, he had sex with Pavarotti. How am I going to top that? I know.
Well, obviously, that made her extra attractive to him.
You know what I think's interesting, though,
Why is she abused? Why is she a victim?
I didn't say she was a victim.
You said she was abused.
Yeah, she is a victim because he's abused his position of power. Power is a huge aphrodisiac, and I think that she has been abused by that and taken advantage of.
Wasn't she the one who said that she was going to go to Washington to get her presidential knee pads?
Yes.
Wasn't her design always to try to go and get inside the White House and perform that act on the president?
But do you think what has happened has been in Monica Lewinsky's best interest?
But I know...
That's her choice, though. I mean,
it's a choice that she made. It's a choice
I know
he
girls
made,
who do that act for a free ride to Texas. I know girls who've done that act for nothing. What about being with the president 37 times, the most interesting man in the world, the leader of the free world?
You're so excited about it, Bill. Maybe you should be with him yourself.
We have to take another commercial. We'll be right back.
You okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's very clear our love is here to stay. Not for a year, but ever and a day.
Just checking.
Our love is here to
Hello?
stay.
Just checking.
It had been well over a half an hour. Anxiously, I shouted, "Change, Master! Change! Hurry, hurry! Change! Change quickly!"
A quick change in less than 30 minutes? What do you think this is, GM Good Wrench Service Plus?
I'm not frightened by slow oil changes anymore. 29 minutes or less, or the next one's free. GM Good Wrench Service Plus, like Master says.
The plus means better.
Call for the select GM dealer near you.
Oh, eating Oreo cookies. Oh, good. Let me show you how to dunk. Oh, that's an awesome dunk there, Corey. But where'd you learn to dribble like that?
Only Oreo.
There are many types of athlete's foot that eat your feet alive. Don't just cure some, kill them all. Lotramin AF. Full prescription strength medicine. The brand doctors recommend most. Lotramin AF. The killer cure.
Your attention, please. Your attention. Are y'all kids here today or what? Let's go!
Find the lady.
hottest, largest selection of kids' shoes.
Every brand's on sale this week, like the Reebok Rain Man and the Fila Rainmaker for only $39.99. Choose the Airwalk Program or the Fila Clutch, either one for only $29.99. And all LA Gear shoes for kids are on sale for only $19.99.
$19.99? Wow! Back to school means back to Just for Feet for us.
Just for Feet, where the 13th pair is free.
And so's the popcorn.
Texas goes for trucks in a Texas-sized way, whether hard at work or hard at play.
Announcing new surprises from Dodge Dakota. Right now, you can buy this Dakota for a remarkably low $13,420 after $1,000 cash back. Or you can finance it for just $169 a month. But whichever you choose, this Dakota is loaded with features, including air at no extra charge. So truck on in.
The Texas truck stop, the new Dodge.
Sure, Regina. I'll send you the money. Now what? Let's go into college business. How much this time, Regina? You need a new what? Regina who? Put me out of business.
You need MoneyGram, the smarter way to send money. You save up to $5 every time, and you get more, like a free phone call to tell Regina the money's there. Fast, easy, no surprises. Wham, bam, MoneyGram. Money well sent worldwide. Now you can send a MoneyGram by phone. Call 1-800-676-3000 and charge it to your Visa or MasterCard.
All right, we were going to talk more about the legal ramifications of this, but you want to talk about this aspect, and I think it's interesting. And I want to get back to this double standard that you keep bringing up. How can you demand this equal treatment for women and then suddenly special treatment because she's just a girl? Because that's what you're asking.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if it was a woman, which I mentioned at the beginning of the show, how would you have accepted that from a female president? You know, men would be going around saying, this is disgusting. You know, what about that
We'd be happy, first of all, that there would be a female president, number one.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. That's excellent. Right.
And number two, the way the media works, TV, films, this is something that's not allowed. It is verboten. They have a 50-year-old woman with a 25-year-old man. So I think there should be more of that. I think that's good, you know. So I don't know what you're trying to say.
It's like make love, not war. I hate to be so 60s about it, but I mean, look, he's admitted. I mean, he is probably doing the greatest service for all of the men out there who lie about their relationships.
Not for Monica.
By copping to it. Who cares about Monica Lewinsky? She was, what was she in? She was in some magazine photographed by Ritz, and, you know, I'm sure she's just going to, you know, sink lower and lower.
You know what I think is interesting is, I think the irony here is that in these type of actions, I think Bill Clinton, in all seriousness, has neutered the remainder of his presidency. I really do.
Oh, no, that's, I believe actually just the opposite.
No.
I think the American public is so sick and tired of this. There's going to be such a backlash against the Republicans in November.
Yes.
We're going to see more Democrats elected as a result of what you've done. So thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
They're already discussing.
His poll ratings went up again today before the speech, and I'm sure will go up again
I'm sure they will go up. And then I think they will begin to go down, and I think he's lost the moral authority to lead the country.
He just admitted something. How can he lose? If he lied, maybe so. But he told the truth. He's willing to go on. It's none of our business.
He told the truth. Why didn't he tell the truth in January?
Because I'll tell her why. Because he doesn't have to tell. He didn't have to tell the truth in January. You don't have to answer a question nobody has a right to ask.
Exactly.
Nobody's business. Nobody's business. Your sex life is your business. You would not like it right now if I started asking you personal questions about your sex life. It would be wrong for me to do that. And it would be right for you to not answer the question
let's do it
or give any kind of answer you want. Well, all right.
Come on, Cyndi.
Let's start with the blue dress.
Let me, Did you ever lie about having an orgasm?
Don't you? No.
Never lied about having an orgasm?
I never lied about that.
Wow.
Why, when Clinton was asked the question, why didn't he say no comment, huh?
What's that?
When Clinton was asked the question, why didn't he say no comment? Why did he say to the country, I did not have sex with that woman? Why did he say no comment?
That's right. We are human beings. Have you ever made a mistake? Have you ever made a mistake?
Yeah, but I'm not president, Michael.
Well, but you're a public figure. You're a public figure. You're in the press.
I am not the president. The president, we expect something more of.
Does a prosecutor... Wait a minute, let me ask you...
Mighty, you're not even American. You're passing judgment on our president.
There's a prosecutor who is investigating a land deal. Have a right to ask you a question about your private sex life.
You know, if Janet Reno tells him that he does, if Janet Reno says, Star, you go into this now, then I guess if his own attorney general says you can go there, then I guess you can.
Janet Reno about her sex.
Well, we're not.
We got to take a commercial again. We'll be right back.
Even with a whole new world of toothbrushes, you still may not reach the places between teeth where germs that can cause the gum disease gingivitis breed. But with Listerine, you can. Listerine is the one brand, the only brand, clinically proven to flow into the tiny spaces between teeth to kill germs and help prevent gum disease. Germs can hide from your toothbrush, but not from Listerine.
Don't let a good mouth go bad.
With a $3.99 a month lease, plenty of cars in stock and new ones arriving all the time, it's never been easier to get your hands on a Catera. But once you've experienced Catera's European performance and luxury, you may never want to let go.
Don't let go.
Catera, the caddy that zigs. See your authorized Cadillac Catera dealer today.
Maximum Bomb has intrigue.
Gentlemen, don't move. You're in danger of being whacked.
Dancing tips.
Sleep together. Come and see me tomorrow.
And mermaids.
She's a man. Well, slap me silly.
The New York Post says, prepare to laugh your you-know-what off. Bo Bridges, all new Maximum Bomb, ABC Tuesday.
Finger Furniture celebrates 70 wonderful years of making Houston a better place to live. With more furniture selection for the way you live today. More savings, more ways to help you feel right at home. It may be our anniversary, but you celebrate the savings, and you pay nothing till February 1999. And more than that, you could win this Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Or this Oldsmobile Bravada from DeMontron Auto Group.
The 71st anniversary sale is at your fingers for one final day.
Hi, I'm Deborah Duncan. Tuesday at 9 a.m., it's been a year since 17-year-old Jessica Kane's disappearance. We'll talk to her parents about what their year of not knowing has been like and find out what they're still doing to try and find her. Look out grapefruit and cabbage soup diets. Our own Don Nelson lost 30 pounds in 3 months on the 3 Ps diet. Learn how the diet works and if it's healthy. Plus, I'll show you how to have a 5-course meal, speaking of food, without spending a dime. Join me live for Deborah Duncan, Tuesday at 9, right here on Channel 13.
If you drink coffee or smoke, your teeth could be this stained. Get Plus White. With just one brushing, it gets rid of stains fast. Get the Plus with Plus White.
Look as my ugly bags and wrinkles disappear instantly. Only Sudden Change Under Eye does it. No other product gives you these results instantly. Sudden Change, the instant wrinkle smoother.
The irritation and bumps after I removed hair from my bikini area was a big problem. No more with Bikini Zone. Medicated cream to stop irritation and those ugly bumps. Bikini Zone.
Join us tomorrow when our guests will be Jay Thomas, Steve Lawrence, Star Parker, and Donzale Abernathy.
All right. Michael, I know you had something in your craw.
Yeah, well, I voted for Clinton the first time. I did not vote for him the second time. I'm not a huge Clinton supporter. I'm very upset with a lot of the things that he's done. I wish we were sitting here tonight talking about jobs, the fact that people are stuck into crummy HMOs, that they can't get any health care. These are the real issues that people care about. But, you know, I want to say as a guy, Bill, that and as someone who is married, that I think it is wrong to you know, behave in this manner, and that I think women have had to put up with men long enough behaving like this, and if we take a vow saying that we won't do this, we shouldn't do it. And But let he who is without sin cast the first stone. And I hope everybody remembers that tonight, especially, you know, I mean, I've always given the Clintons credit for the fact they've had a lot of problems with their marriage, but they've stuck together, and that's a lot better, a hell of a lot better than those Republicans, Mr. Army, Mr. Gingrich, Mr. Dole, Mr. Reagan, go right down the whole list of people, of men who chose to split when the going got tough, as opposed to working it out like the Clintons have done, and they should be applauded for that, and everyone who has a difficult time in their marriage should try to work it out and stick together like they've done.
Or cheat with an intern.
Well, you know, and what's great about that is, Bill, as you know, having a TV show, the fact that an intern made this happen. I mean, the interns on our shows
I think if we have to pay taxes, I think that we should have a choice on where our tax dollars go, and I certainly wouldn't spend any money of my tax dollars on what Star has done.
No more money on him. That's right.
You're watching ABC.
If you haven't been to Luther's lately, don't forget you can drive through for great barbecue too. So pick up some of Luther's famous barbecue today.
Let's go to Luther's! Yeah!
Give a donation of school supplies to children in need at the Star of Hope shelter.
We are filled with service workers over here who say that a lot of the customers are very inconsiderate and don't always appreciate them. And some angry customers over here who are sick and tired of getting bad service.
Today on Sally.
Is there anybody who works here?
This rude waitress can dish it out.
I think she may be possessed.
But can she take it?
Have you been somebody?
And Sally goes undercover
to
expose snooty stores, wild bars, and dirty restaurants.
Yuck! You call that service? We're going to see some hidden videotape of what goes on in the restaurants where we eat. It's unbelievable. We're going to go undercover with the staff to a local dress shop right down the street.
I have answered all of his questions. Now I have one of my own. Did this really happen? Did I really work my ass off my whole life to become leader of the free world, only be lashed to the stake of adultery by a grand inquisitor who nobody ever voted for? I balance the budget. I preside over an unimpeachable era of peace and prosperity, but then you want to take me down for fibbing about diddling an intern in a thrown-out civil case by a woman whose gripe was she saw my weenie in the disco era? Are you people kidding me? Oral sex. I'm sorry, I'm a flesh and blood human being in need of some affection and release in what some might consider a high-stress job. And by the way, next time one of our embassies explodes or the Asian markets need a little hand-holding, remember who thought it was more important that I spend my time telling a jury about my penis. Oh, I forgot. It's not about sex. You're right. It's about lying. Well, grow up. People lie about sex. And nobody else in the world lapses into a police state over it. Of course, if you empower a special persecutor to stray into sexual behavior, you will create perjury crimes. But come on, what guy hasn't lied about doing a fat chick? If that makes... I'm mad. Don't get me unmad. If that makes me a criminal, take me away right now. But I also go as a victim of treason. Because what else is it when an unconstitutional fourth branch of government conspires by endless legal harassment to overthrow a president twice elected by the people, the real and only real source of political legitimacy? And so... And now you want an apology? I don't think so. But I'll tell you what I am sorry about. I'm sorry that for the service I do around here 24/7, The tail I did manage to get wasn't better. I ain't Marv Albert over here, all right? And while we're at it, let's cut out this crap about this not being about sex. If I hear that one more time, there's going to be a stain on somebody's clothes, and it's going to be blood. Look, I'm sorry Ken Starr can't get laid. I'm sorry wives don't like giving
10% or more on car insurance.
Prepare yourself for the Power of Houston, September 11th.
If you own a TV, and since you're watching this, I assume you do, you know that President Clinton spent the day testifying before the grand jury. You've also heard the president's post-testimony address. But this is the statement I think he should have made. My fellow Americans, I have just spent 6 hours doing a very difficult, almost impossible thing, explaining sex to Ken Starr.